If you get less food for the same price, that's called shrinkflation. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a thing called shrinkflation. As I said from the beginning, if you get less food or less of anything, if you get a lower quantity of anything for the same price you would normally pay for a higher quantity, that's called shrinkflation. And we're talking about food in this particular video, specifically McDonald's. Apparently, some fast food connoisseurs, some fast food gurus, some fast food experts have gone to McDonald's and realized that the Filet of Fish specifically is a lot smaller than it was before, comically small, toy size small, but they're paying the same price or more. That's called shrinkflation. And it's not just fast food. It's not just going to a restaurant and getting a smaller serving for the same price or even a higher price. When you're talking about any kind of thing, let's say it's boxed rice that you got to pour into the pot, cook, whatever. You may get 20% less in the box and not even realize it. The box looks the same. It's the same price. It's in the same place. You don't even really see that you're getting less of it. That's a covert cost-cutting measure. All right, rather than just raising the price 20%, it give you 20% less. So there's fewer complaints because you don't recognize what's happening. Now, McDonald's says that the Filet of Fish is the same size it's always been, but I'm not quite sure that's accurate. Now, here is the Big Mac, allegedly. Allegedly, this is the Big Mac. You see the size compared to a thing of chapstick. Now, this is the exact same brand of chapstick that's right there. This is the same thing, okay? Now, you see how small this is. I have big hands, but still. All right, you see how small that it is in comparison to a so-called Big Mac. And allegedly, that cost $7 US. Now, I'm not sure that's a combo, if that's an a la carte Big Mac. But yeah, that's the size of it right there. $7. All right, expensive. And obviously, that Big Mac is not the Big Mac that your pawpaw had back in 1970. That's not it. And you know what? Before I continue into the Filet of Fish, I just want to address the elephant in the room, and pun intended, maybe not. This might be a good thing to get smaller portion sizes because Americans, we kind of getting a little tubby, and I'm being very nice, okay? We have an issue with the weight problem a little teeny bit, so maybe smaller servings might be a good idea. However, if I'm going to get a smaller serving, give me the smaller price to go with it. Don't charge me the same thing or more for a smaller serving. But hey, inflation is a thing that's happening all over the place. We got money printing happening. We got inflation in general happening. So shrinkflation is going to be a thing that goes on. Either you pay more for a thing or you're going to get less of it and pay the same thing. That's going to be the case. Now, that is the Filet of Fish right there. You see how small that is? I mean, again, McDonald's says that's the same size it's always been. There's not any changing to it. They are standing on that. But look how small that is. And you see the caption right here. Is a Filet of Fish getting smaller? It looks actually like the filet itself is like a little thinner than normal. So, yeah, that one right there looks thinner than that one right there. Okay, but then again, from McDonald's to McDonald's, things are a little bit different, prepared differently. I don't know. Maybe depending upon what part of the country you're in, you may get a smaller filet. I don't really know how that works. But again, McDonald's says, hey, don't blame us. Now, here's a video. You're going to actually see it in action. And if you want to see this video, I will link to it in the box. This is a TikToker by the name of Paul de Sosua. All right, shout out to him. Let's check it out.
It's like a fish slider. This is not a optical illusion. This is how big the Filet of Fish is now, apparently.
Now, he may be kind of a bigger guy and have bigger hands. I got big hands too, but come on, man. That's comically small. It's comically small.
It's at least 25% smaller.
All right, we got music. So it says, McDonald's fans on TikTok are freaking out over their Filet of Fish sandwiches. And let's see some more. Claiming the fast food chain has secretly sized down their iconic menu item as high prices and inflation continues right up to U.S. rattling the whole world, really. Let's see what this person says. This is Neely Bob over on the TikToks.
Is comically small.
Some armchair grill masters estimated that shrinkflation has cut the sandwich's size by much as 20%. I mean, look, your palm of your hand, did the fillet of fish fit in the palm of your hand? That's pretty small. And again, I'm not trying to say that having a smaller portion of this kind of food is a bad thing, but if you're going to give me this little baby sandwich, this little easy bake oven sandwich, can I at least get it for not $8, $15, or however much it costs? Let me get the old dollar menu back, and I will accept the easy bake oven size sandwiches.
I know my hands are large, but that's ridiculous.
McDonald's maintains that the size of its fish sandwich has not changed in decades, but the perceived changes have seen some customers turn their back on the franchise. All right, we got music still. I'll need to have that in the background. And let's see what else they say here. I just stopped giving them my money. This is some of the comments people are reading. Not regretting deleting the McDonald's app. You guys had an app from McDonald's? That's crazy. That's big back activities. Having the app for fast food, that's big back activities. I'm lying. I had the Chick-fil-A app for a long time before I discovered that it was making me kind of sick. The peanut oil was kind of giving me an allergic outbreak. But yeah, shout out to McDonald's. Shout out to all the other restaurants and food chains, restaurants, and stores everywhere that are possibly, again, McDonald's says, it's no me, we didn't do it. Shout out to everybody that's shrinking the size of their items to combat inflation. McDonald's may say they're not doing it, but it is happening all over the place. Just pay attention. Like, a lot of things will happen, you won't even notice it. If you get a particular drink, let's say you get cranberry juice, right, from Walmart, and you get it every month, every couple of weeks, or whatever it is. And then you go there and you go to the same place, the same part of the aisle to get the juice. And it looks the same. It feels the same when you pick it up, but it might be 20% less, might be 10% less. It's not enough for you to really notice what's paying attention. You might not notice, but the company most certainly notices. Even the manufacturing of new plastic to maintain your beverage, even when you take into account that new cost, it still will cost less for them to give you 20% less. And that's the whole cost cutting measure. That's happening all over the place. And as I close, I want to say this. It might be a good thing for some people because we got a lot of these big back activities out here. People going to a restaurant and getting these crazy dinosaur-sized servings, Fred Flintstone, rack of lamb, whatever, rack of ribs that's tilting the whole foot pedal vehicle over. Maybe we shouldn't have all that going on, and it should be more of a sensible serving. That's the silver lining here, but still, I'm paying more. I don't mind getting a smaller serving. I like small servings. I don't like big amounts of food. I can't eat it. Give me a little 700 calorie type situation for one meal, and I'm good money. I don't need 20,000 calories in one sitting. I don't need that much. So the smaller size is cool, but give me the small price to go with it. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think McDonald's is lying here? Do you think that the food has gotten smaller as a result of inflation? They are engaging in shrinkflation. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. Have you seen this practice happen elsewhere? Have you noticed that a thing that you would normally get when you go to the Food Line, Kroger, Food City, Publix, wherever you go, Wegmans, H-E-B, have you noticed that the items you normally buy, your packaged items, maybe even some other stuff, like if you get a bag of fruit, vegetables, are you getting fewer items for the same price or a higher price? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This is most certainly happening all over the place. If you go grocery shopping a lot, and if you get packaged items, you're going to get less. That's happening, and you are not going to know. That's the whole thing. They don't want you to notice. They're not going to advertise it. They're not going to say, okay, we're trying to fight obesity. That won't be how they do it. They're going to do it very covertly. It'll be the exact same packaging, no changes. It'll be just a little bit smaller, just a little bit different. So you won't notice. You go pick it up. It's the same price. Okay, cool. That's just kind of how they're going to do it. What have you noticed in your regular everyday routine that has become victim to that process? Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.